Yes, what's up, guys? Today, I have a few things to do. I'm gonna meet Layla at work because we have to go shopping for diapers, baby wipes, toilet paper, cat litter. We have to get a few things. I'm gonna shave a little bit. Well, I'm just gonna shave this off because I feel homeless. My hair. Oh, yeah, Layla has to do my hair today. Hopefully, she does it. It's been a while. But first, I'm gonna tell you a story about the first time I went to Russia. And this was an experience that I couldn't imagine the experience that I was gonna have. Alright, so I don't even know where to start. I think it was around 2018, the first time I went. Either 2018 or 2017. I'm not too sure. One of those. But I remember I went in the summer and I thought the summer there was still a break, whatever. My fiance is like, "Oh, you want to come to Russia with me? My mom's gonna fly us out, yada yada." Levi's really sick. Yeah, she was like, "Mom's gonna fly us out, so I would really like for you to experience my culture." Well, she didn't really say it like that, but I was like, "Yo, that's something that I would never think that I would experience in my life." So I was like, you already know I'm down. So it was like a whole process. I already had my passport at the time, but in order to get a visa, I had to go to the city. You need a visa in order to travel abroad, I guess. That process was just a hassle. Like, we forgot like 3 documents, so we had to go print something out down a block and come back, and people were a little rude, but it's whatever. I'm all excited, whatever. She didn't tell me how long the plane ride was. No, she did tell me how long the plane ride was. It was like 9 hours, but I was like, "Oh, that's nothing." So we get to the airport. It's a little foggy, but the reason I went twice. I remember the recent time better than the first time, but I'll post pictures while I go along and videos or whatever. We get to the airport. I'm that excited. My mom, the whole time I was on the plane, she was stalking me, which was fine because my skin color, going to Russia, what I'm saying? Yeah, so we get to the airport. We gotta go through customs. I remember going through security, right? And then I get to customs and they're looking at me, looking at my visa, looking at my passport, and they're just like, "Is this you?" I was like, "No, my name's Kanye West." What up? What up? Say hi. Look. Say hi. Oh, you little cutie. So they're like, "Oh, is this you?" And I was like, "Yeah, whatever." We get on the plane, right? You know how they do like the procedures, like, "Oh, this is how you fasten your seatbelt. If you have any questions." All of that was in Russian. So I was just like, to Layla, I was like, "Yo, what are they saying? You need to translate." She was like, it's no big deal. So I'm like, all right. The last time I was on a plane before that was, I want to say like 2012 when I went to Disney with my family. So I was a little nervous. That's going from 2 hour plane ride to the 2 or 3 hour plane ride to like 9 hours on a big jumbo jet. So I'm on this plane, we taking off, and I'm like, I'm panicking. I'm like, "Oh my fucking god." Layla's already knocked. No, she's not knocked, but like she's sprawled. Like the seats are little, so she's like, her leg is hanging over the seat onto my armrest, so I'm like, man, uncomfortable. You get to watch free movies on a plane, so I forgot what I was watching, but there's a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, I believe it was The Revenant, or something like that. And Hotel Transylvania, I was watching all that. So I didn't know, I thought you go straight across the Atlantic. So, like, you fly north, go to like Greenland or Iceland. I forgot which one it was. I'm pretty sure it was Greenland. And then, no, I'm pretty sure it was Iceland. I don't know. You fly over, boom. So halfway through the like 5 hour mark, I'm like, "Yo, bro, I don't know how long I could do this." Layla's knocked out, like sleeping like a baby. I stayed up the whole flight. So we touched down in Russia. Boom. We left, by the way, we left at like, I want to say 5 o'clock. Yeah, it was daylight when we left the United States, and it was daylight when we got to Russia. So we left at 5 and got to Russia around like 12 in the afternoon. So I'm just deprived of sleep. My eyes are wide open. I'm in a place I have no clue. Everything is like, in a different language. Well, obviously we're in Russia, but it's like a backward N and a backward K on like backward N and a backward K on the storefront. I'm like, I feel like I was like on drugs or something, being deprived of sleep. So we get off, whatever, and her mom's boyfriend is at the airport waiting for us with her then assistant. So we get off the airport.
Do you believe how dumb you look right now? You look so dumb. You look so stupid.
And her boyfriend welcomes me with open arms. And this was the first time I met him, and now he's my potato. Yeah, I love him. He's awesome. So we go to our apartment and drop off our luggage, and then I think as soon as we got off the plane, we went straight to Red Square, which is like the big tourist attraction in Moscow City. I remember walking through. I'm not paying no mind. Minding my business, not paying attention to anyone. I don't want to draw too much attention to myself. Be very easy for someone to spot me out. Obviously, I think I had dreads at the time. I'm gonna put you down for a little bit, okay, baby? Yeah. We get to Red Square, so we walk.
What's up, you bitch ass nigga?
So whatever, we take a few pictures. I'll try to find some. Then we go to the mall. So this whole time, from leaving at 5 o'clock in the United States to now, which is like, we're in Moscow, it's like 3. I just been up, I'm just not lying. So we go to the mall, whatever. I'm just gonna lie and say we dropped off our luggage, because like, I just remember just going straight out and like, boom. No, me and Layla agreed to stay out so that we would get our sleeping schedule back on track. So we went to the mall, whatever. It was a pretty cool mall. Layla got Calvin Klein slides or something. So we're walking around the mall, and this Russian guy, he has his shirt off, walking around the mall. Nobody's batting an eye. I'm like, yo, is this normal? Like, am I about to get someone about to beat the shit at me? Like, what is? So, you good? He walking around the mall with his shirt off, and he walks up to not walks up to us, but like he's like grilling Layla's mom, and he's just like looking at her like just walking, and he's like flexing or something. And her mom says something. I don't remember if she said something to him or someone said something to him, but he like turned around and just like left or whatever. Oh, my baby. We went to her mom's house and fell asleep or whatever. And the rest of it is blurred. Oh, so the next day we went to, I remember things, but I'm mixing them up, so just bear with me. The next day we went to this nice restaurant. We have to be a member and they give you a card. So her mom treated us. I had this perfect steak. It was so good. I would go back to Russia just for that experience. Yeah. I don't remember half of the stuff because it was so long ago. We went to the studio with her mom and she was recording. It was awesome. It was like this big place. It was beautiful. The next day we went on this boat trip, like this river boat ride. And when I tell you the water was black, the water was black. It was a cool experience. Everybody ordered food. I ordered food. And of course my food didn't come. Everybody else's food came. Yeah, but that first time, that experience was awesome. I'm gonna tell you about the second time, which was like that was like a movie. That was a movie the second time. I couldn't believe. That was the best experience I had the second time I went to Russia. The second time I went to Russia was December 2018, about to be 2019. So this time we went in the winter, and her mom wanted us to go on tour with her. So yeah, it was around December. It was before Layla's birthday, so it was around like December 15th or something. I was like, all right, last time I learned, I'm just gonna stay up all night, right? And then just go sleep on a plane, bro. No. So I stood up all night, went on the plane, tried to fall asleep. I couldn't fall asleep whatsoever. Neither could Layla. So they gave us food or whatever. I had rice and something. It was disgusting. It was like, it was vomit, bro. Layla had something and she got sick from it. So we were on a plane. And this kid's running up and down the aisles. Fast forward, the plane ride, it was duty. I watched Star Wars 3 times to pass the time. So we land, and it's just freezing. Like nothing I felt in my life. Like I got off the plane, my freaking lips scrunched up. Like, we're in the car, right? And we get on the highway and we're just like in traffic. And it's gonna take mad long to get to Layla's mom's house because she moved from Moscow to Moscow, but in a house. Layla threw up, I counted 13 times. From the plane, yeah, when we got off the plane, she just started throwing up in the car. The diesel gas didn't, everything looked on the highway. If you look at the city or buildings, everything looked abandoned. I was like, all right. So fast forward, Layla's sick, deadly sick. We get to her mom's house and we're like, we're gonna take a nap. So it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. Something around that time, it was the morning. That was we were supposed to go on tour the same day. We all fell asleep, me and Layla. I woke up and it was dark. I was like, how the hell did I sleep this long? Her mom drives me, Layla, her boyfriend, and her mom to the train station. So we get on this train. I forgot where we're going. I don't know where we're going. I forgot what the name. I think St. Petersburg we were going to. The train comes, right? And we got first class, you know what I'm saying? The front of the train. It's like a separate room from everybody. And it's the bullet train. So that joint's going like 300. The train ride was like 4 hours. Layla slept half of the time. I got served, I think it was like cow tongue. I didn't know it was cow tongue, so I gave it to her mom. Her mom told me, like, thank you for warning me. Yeah, we're on this train and we get to St. Petersburg. I get off the train and before we got on the train, it was freezing. So I was like, yo, can you give me a coffee or something? You know. So Antoine got me a coffee and I loved it. Thank you. So we get off the train at St. Petersburg and we get in the car and they're driving us to the hotel. And we get to the hotel and me and Layla, we're gonna share a room with her, a whole room with her mom, but there's 2 rooms in there, I guess. But instead, we just got our own room. Oh no, it was like connected or something, and we got our own room.
Пиво, liquor, Red Bull. Все? А положи в холодильник, она станет холодная.
We got a fucking sauna. The walls are made out of like, was suede, and it was like velvet or red, and it was like hearts. It was like, you know, baby making room. So we stayed there for about, I want to say 2 days. At the time I couldn't sleep without any TV, so there was only Russian shows, and I was like, bro, what is going on here? There was like no Nickelodeon. Or there was Nickelodeon, but it was in Spanish or something. I was like, why is it in Spanish? So the first night, boom, we get there. We fall asleep. The next day, we go to the first show. We're in the front row. Her mom's singing, and it was like a big audience. She was like, my daughter and son-in-law's here. Boom, everybody clapped. And I was like, yeah. That was a cool experience, seeing her perform. She performs lovely. She's the best performer I've ever seen. So we go back to the hotel, right? I want to say that we left that night. We got Burger King. We were drinking at the hotel. You know, I was drinking Heineken. So we go back to the hotel, right? I want to say that we left that night. We got Burger King. We were drinking at the hotel. You know, I was drinking Heineken. And we got Burger King. So, I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say this. If you're watching this, I'm sorry to say this. But we got drunk and her mom was blasted. And we had to leave. We left at like 2 o'clock in the morning to go to another train that was like a 4-hour car ride. We were singing in the van, I wanna be a millionaire, I wanna be a millionaire.
Hey, she wants me the money!
I feel like a millionaire whenever I hear that sound. She comes around whenever I hear that sound. I feel like a millionaire. I feel like
Yo, that song was bumping. So yeah, we left at 2 in the morning. We were just like, bro. On the whole ride there, everybody was just quiet, sleeping. So her mom, out of nowhere, just wakes up, like pops up like out of her grave, and she just grabbed the bag and threw up in that joint. We're driving from St. Petersburg, 3 hours in the middle of nowhere in the wilderness, in the winter, and I'm scared. You know, like what if a bear comes out with a machine gun and it's like, I was just scared. So we pull up and there's a checkpoint. We pull up, a guy with like a gun or something is like talking to the driver, and they give them documents and they're like, okay, you can pass. I guess it was like Border Patrol or something. Next thing you know, I'm expecting to get on the train, like the first train, right? No. I thought it was a train station, like high tech, modern. We pull up, right, in like a snowy field.
Good morning.
Please God.
It's 4 a.m.
You know where your kids are?
I don't. It's cold as hell.
Wow, you're in the middle of nowhere. What was your first story?
And we get out, and I'm like lugging my luggage. We have to go across the train track, right? While I'm pulling my luggage, her mom went from blasted to like, alright, I'm chilling, you know. So I'm pulling my luggage, they're pulling their luggage, and we get on the platform, the train platform. We're waiting for mad long. Her mom's wrapped in a blanket. I'm shivering. It's like 1 degree out. If I spit, it would instantly freeze, like in midair. One train comes. They were like, it was like a coach train, I guess, if that's what you call it. And we're like, all right, that's not our train. Which it was. I believe it was. I think it was. So the second train comes, right? Boom, we hop on. We got on the back. We supposed to be in the front. Because that's where, like, you get your own room. You know how, like, in Harry Potter, they're sitting across from each other, like, haha, Harry, you're a wizard, and, like their own coach room. Yeah. So, we're in the back, and if you ever seen Snowpiercer with, what's his name from Captain America? His name? Boom. It looked like that. Like, it was pitch black. It smelled like poopy doo-doo. There was, like, the aisles were, like, this long, so we had to walk like this. While, all right, we're walking like this, boom, smack in the face with a foot. I'm like, ugh. So me and her mom's assistant are, like, dodging feet, whatever, boom, boom, and it's pitch black, and it just stank. So I'm just moving. So we get to the front, finally, and the front don't look any better. But, I mean, I'm grateful, thank you. But, yeah, we got our own room, whatever. We left our luggage in the back, so they're like, yo, the men has to go get it. Me and Anton, we go to the back of the train. Bro, it was the hardest thing. I was like, my heart was pumping because, like, we didn't pack light. So I'm carrying luggages like this. So in between carts, there was this Russian lady that said something to me. I was like, sorry, I don't speak Russian. And she just started like screaming at me in Russian and pushing me. We get the luggage, boom, we put it in the rooms. We find out that we on the wrong train. NANI? So we had to get off the next stop. And like we were just tired at this point. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning, son. Mind you, that the original train ride is 12 hours. So we get off the next stop and it's like abandoned, and we just see stray dogs. And Layla's trying to like, oh, look at the doggies, and her mom's like, no, just ignore them. They'll kill you. And we're like, oh, all right. So fast forward, the train comes finally. Boom, we hop on it. We got a luxury bathroom in there. We got like blankets. We on a motherfucking train.
We on a motherfucking plane.
We on a fucking train. Marvel.
Show the bathroom. That's also a shower.
It's a bathroom. That's a shower. Somehow. We on a motherfucking train.
It's 7 a.m.
Yo, Russia's sun-dried tomatoes, I'll never forget. I was living on those. They were like the best tomatoes I ever tasted, you know? So, anyway, we get to the next hotel, and we're by like the water. And this town's like old-fashioned. So we get to a hotel, and it reminded me of The Shining. We went to our room, and it smelled like cat piss and cigarettes, and we were just like complaining, and they gave us a new room, and it just looked haunted. I was like, oh my God. It was just like, that experience was weird. We got this food platter that was like a pound of meat, and we just so we get to another show, and we're in the back. I heard her mom say something about her daughter and her fiance and come on out, and I was like, come on. And me and her get dragged on stage, and I'm just like, everybody's like, whoo, clapping. That was like, I was shivering. I was like, yo, why am I on stage right now? But that was a cool ass experience. We went back to the house for a couple of days. That train ride was 12 hours. I was up staring at the ceiling. I couldn't sleep. Yeah, so we got back to our house. I wrote her the song Rebel. It was pretty cool. Yeah, we were just vibing out for a couple of days. Came back home. As soon as we came back home, I slept an hour on the flight. And when we landed, it was Layla's birthday. And we went out to the city and we were just partying. And like, I was dead. But yeah, that was my Russia experience that I advise people just to go out there and experience it as well, because you only live one life. I want to go back to Russia. I appreciate everything that her mom did for me, and I appreciate her bringing me to her house so I could experience something that just blew my mind. It was just amazing. But yes, we're going to go meet Layla. Thank you for tuning in to this story. I'm going to continue this vlog, so we'll see you guys soon.
The moon